Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, welcome back to the Charter and Bylaws of ICNA. We are on clause 5, which is a very important clause, and it talks about the methodology of how we are going to do this. What are some of the key core values and principles that we will adopt? And you will probably feel there's a lot of repetition in the concepts, but it reaffirms the commitment to these values and core principles. So, beginning with clause 5, there are 5 manifestations and there are 5 items in this clause of methodology. And it talks about the first one being the Quran and the Sunnah be the primary source of guidance. And this is a very general clause which a lot of organizations may say, but you have to understand is like, okay, if I have any conflict in any matter, where is my source of how to resolve that matter? I am going to go back to the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet ﷺ, as was guided by the guided prophets, the Khulafa al-Rashidin, because they understood this concept very clearly and they abided by these practices. So this will be our source of guidance. The second one, and this is a very important clause, and I want you to really understand it. ICNA shall never utilize means that violate the Islamic principles to attain its goals. And what does that mean? And this clause and the next one, I'll just kind of combine them together. To attain its goal, ICNA shall utilize only democratic, legal, and peaceful means according to the Islamic principles. So when you look at these, it's really the Islamic principles themselves are always really rooted in this concept of these non-violent, democratic, and legal and peaceful means. So they are really, if you say that you abide by these principles, then it's impossible to justify, it's impossible for anyone in the world to justify violence when it comes to the killing of innocent people or something like that. It's completely absurd when people are justifying this, and we have these instances all over the world where people are trying to justify killings or this or that or terrorism, and they say Islam calls us to that, and it's completely absurd. So as an organization, we feel it's very important as a Muslim organization in the United States that we would always abide by the terms of the democratic, legal, and peaceful laws of this country and according to Islamic principles. And the fourth and the final clause in this particular methodology is ICNA shall disseminate the message of Islam, provide intellectual and moral training to build the Islamic character and conduct, and thus educate the public opinion to achieve its goals. And my brothers and sisters, this particular clause is paramount. It's very, very important. If I ask, and I asked a lot of people, as what is the product of ICNA? Is ICNA in the business of building organizations or building institutes or building relief organizations? And the answer, no, that's not the purpose of the organization. These are tools and means by which we are, key words that I want to emphasize here, provide intellectual and moral training to build the Islamic character and conduct. We at ICNA strongly feel that the way the message of Islam will be shared to the masses is through this means, is by ensuring that we are counted as the Sadiq and the Amin of the Ummah. The Prophet ﷺ did not deliver the message on day one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala waited 40 years until He established the credibility of this Prophet. People could not call him anything. People could call him anything, but they could not call him a liar. They could not call him someone who will be deceitful. That wasn't his character. And they could not have that label on him. They had to call him a sorcerer, a magician, whatever that may have been. But the fact of the matter is, once the Muslim Ummah is known as the Sadiq and the Amin, and once corruption is rooted from society, once the moral degradation is removed, once people have this upright moral character, then automatically the message of Islam will be adopted by millions of other people who see this on an everyday basis. The question we have to ask, my brothers and sisters, are we known as the Sadiq and Amin of this ummah, or otherwise? We need to work on this particular concept and ensure that our members, our MGAs, are really abiding by these principles. They are known to be, and it's not only for our members only, that has to extend to the Muslim community and the Muslim ummah at large, and they need to follow these principles and ensure that they are known to be the trustworthy, the people who of the moral character and the higher ground, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair for listening, and inshallah we'll conclude this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.